What has this 19th CCEM experience been like for you?
In fact, I'm the head of my delegation to this conference, so I'm heading the Namibian delegates of about 7 of us. And it is my first time to attend a CCEM. I have read about it, but this is the first time for me to be here, and it's a good paradise to be in to talk about education, ministers of education from Africa. And we have 6 regions, of course, in the Commonwealth, and we are representing the African regions. And we are very excited to be associated with the kind of proposals and plans that we have for the future of education in the Commonwealth states. And we are gathered here as the small states of the Commonwealth. And we have really had our heads together and our hands on deck to put things in order, and we are excited at the proposals that we have for the future.
I think that the theme for this year's conference is a very, very relevant theme: quality education for equitable development, performance paths, and productivity. Which of the 3 Ps resonate most for your country, given some of the issues and challenges that you face with education?
I think it's more productivity. But the performance will lead to good paths, and paths will lead to productivity. But what we have been doing in Namibia is to invest a lot of money in education. We are in line with the required percentages. We are spending about 24% of our total budget on education, but the end result of that investment had not been quite commensurate to what we have been spending on. So it's a way of balancing. It's not a matter of just how much money you spend, but what the end result or outcomes of the money that you put in education is. And I think we have had a lot of discussion on financing higher education, and I've had the privilege of chairing such sessions on financing higher education. And the proposals basically is to say public education has tried. We have looked at private education. We need to maybe supplement whatever we are doing, but the most important thing is for us to diversify funding in education, looking at not necessarily teacher quality. Teacher quality means the teacher is qualified to teach, but concentrating on teacher efficiency. That is, the teacher is a practitioner in the classroom. So the resources must be taken into situations where teachers will have to be empowered to teach better, so that your end result will end up being better productivity. So that's why I'm aligning myself more towards that. But the 3 Ps are very important, and they are not going to operate independent of the existing Ps, 3 Ps, or public-private partnership. It has come through a lot that we can only get performance better, we can get on the pathways, we can be productive if we continue to tap on public-private partnerships.
Well, before you go, you said you had an opportunity to chair some of the sessions here, and our Minister of Education, the Honorable Jerome Fitzgerald, he was the chair of this conference as the host minister. Tell us, how did he perform as chair?
I just don't know how he did it. I kept on going to him to say, are you still standing with energy? From 8 to 8. At least some of us will sneak out and go and come back, some of us, for a cup of tea. But he sat there consistently. He's so committed. He's so together. And I was asking him, where are you getting the energy to sit through these sessions? I think, but, so that next time he is capable, maybe because he's also very young. But in the future, I think we should find a way of helping the hosting minister to be assisted in chairing some of the sessions. But he was there day in and out, afternoon and evening, and he will even still be at the evening sessions of, like last night, end of year party. I met him, and he is an inspiring minister that you have, and I hope that you're going to use him to inspire. And also because he indicated to me as we were talking that he comes from the business sector into education. I come from the academic sector into education. So he was like saying the problem of education had always been that education has involved educators alone. But when you get business people who work for profit, but unfortunately he's not going to work for profit. He's going to work for profit for the Bahamian people. And I think you're going to give him the support that he needs to do his job.
This has been an opportunity of a lifetime for us as Bahamians to have the Commonwealth meet on our shores, to host its largest Commonwealth meeting and the second most important after CHOGM. And so they are charting the course for the next 15 years for the Commonwealth. And their theme this year has been quality education for equitable development, performance paths, and productivity. And as Dr. Becky said, of course, we have to include the public-private partnership. So that means that we all have a part and a role to play in advancing the quality of education. And so you may feel as though you're not an educator, but you do have a role to play. And so find a way to get involved, and it's everyone's business. Education is everyone's business.